I'm Spencer Organ. I'm a chemistry and physics teacher. I'm not a computer, well, I am a computer science teacher as well now. I'm from West Midlands. I like building stuff with a Pi, and if you're here in the summer, in September, I talked with my son about his Pokédex and one motion time-lapse camera. That was me and Philip, but he had a birthday party, so he couldn't come today. All the resources from my little project can be found on the GitHub link up there, or if you want a shortened version of it, bit.ly/Pimus60. So there's the touchscreen advent calendar and a whole bunch of Minecraft resources on there as well. So I've just come from the Minecraft Christmas workshop, and I've been trying to inspire my kids at school in using Python, in using Raspberry Pi, but also trying to get a little flavour of Christmas. So we were doing some gingerbread houses built in Python. And if you were in my workshop a minute ago, we would have built some of these just a second ago. And the idea of this workshop was to think about how we can use Python to build stuff. I gave them the script, they built it, but then actually when I developed the workshop, they got a chance of customising it, changing the block IDs, building it out of melons, changing the wall, building whatever they want really. The second one was building a Christmas tree, which was a nice little maths exercise in X, Y, Z geometry, trying to position blocks. We quite enjoyed building that at school, trying to build where the blocks go. But we weren't really satisfied with that, it was a bit boring, so we wanted a flashing cube on top. So we looked at random blocks, random IDs for wall, and we made a little Christmas tree. The kids then at school then scaled this up, made it a lot bigger, and used lots of little blocks as baubles and lights that would change colour. But that was my kind of starting point. But what I've been working on the last few days is a Raspberry Pi powered advent calendar. So I wanted something to have at school to show countdown to Christmas. So I came up with my Raspberry Pi advent calendar, and it works, well, it's designed for the touch screen, but actually it works on normal Pi just using the mouse. And you've got your 24 doors. So every input on the screen is mapped to position. Every button has a defined sort of zone, an area. It checks to see where you pressed, which button you pressed. And I discovered really quickly that once you open a door, it was hard to know whether it had opened or closed every time you started the program. So I created a little file called config.advent. Every time you opened the door, it logged it in that file, that door had been opened. It would then check that file each time to see if the door had been opened, and then it would show a nice little picture. I soon ran into the problem of copyright content for photos, so I put this on GitHub, had some photos I got off the internet, and within about 2 days people said, you can't use those pictures, they're copyright. Like, okay, so all my photos on my advent calendar are photos I've taken myself at a National Trust house in Christmas last year. So if you want to use these photos are absolutely free for you to use. So, I just want to show it really quickly, which HTML4.
Yes.
Yes. So I apologise for the quality of the image, but this is my little touchscreen Pi over here. So start up the advent calendar, games, advent, and that's my advent calendar by me. Image is a little bit reached out. So first time you've used it, you get a little message about how to use it, and I just want to open my first door. What day is it today? Third. Okay, so I'm going to open my door.
Lights came on.
And some candles. Actually, I just want to check again. Open door number 1, and you also get the Christmas lights will come on. So on the back of the Pi, I've got the Energini little 2-switch transmitter kit, and I've included in the code a quick switch the lights on, switch the lights off every time you open the advent calendar door, and that's really exciting. So at school, this sits around my TV, my classroom, and every time they open the door, you get a little burst of lights for a couple of minutes. And has anyone used the Energini before? No. Energini is really cheap. They got some over at the Rapid Electronics stand. It's easy to program, and in GPO 0, it could not be simpler. This is literally the simplest piece of code. So they come in pairs of units. This is unit number 2. You find out by trying to know which one's 1 and which one's 2. And there's the code to switch it on. It is incredibly simple. From GPO 0, import Energini. I've defined lights as Energini device number 2, and it literally is lights dot on the come, lights dot off, lights go off, and that is the simplest bit of code to do a little bit of home automation. So if you're looking for like your first tentative steps in sort of home control, and you don't want to scare your family, you don't want to might get to know my wife, which is the big sort of trick, is the Energini, really cheap, really simple, and so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of code. So I would definitely say if you want to get into home automation, the Energini kit is good. They've got some on sale up the store, just up the Rapid Electronics. So every time I open a door, hopefully I should get. Is that lights come on? Oops. If I switch it back on, it should. There we go. There we go. So yeah, that's my touchscreen Christmas Raspberry Pi powered advent calendar. It works on a touchscreen. It also works on a little desktop. You don't need to have a touchscreen. And if you want to download it yourself and count down the days till Christmas, bit.ly/himas16. And that's my lightning talk over. So check it out.
What happens if you open like a door before it's actually that day? Is there a code to stop?
No, there will be eventually, but I'm too self-controlled to do that. And because it's in my classroom at school, I said, like, you can't do it until it's time to do it. So yeah, but that'll be next year's version. Check if date equals today's date, if date's before today's date, that kind of thing. And the next iteration of this is to have the Christmas lights and then a tube of Smarties with a little servo motor at the bottom, a little flap that goes and it dispenses a couple of handful of chocolates each time it opens. But that's the next project. So about this time next year, hopefully we'll have version 2, which will dispense chocolates from the bottom.
Yeah. Also, how do you actually get something to show up in the applications menu that you want to do?
Yes, I knew that would get asked because it took me about a week to work that out. No, it's not an easy job. You have to convert your Python, make it executable. And then let me just change the screen. That's this one, because actually this is a really good question, that one. And you go through menu, where is it? Accessories, where they put it? Preferences. So preferences, main menu editor. If that'll come up. No? So it's main menu editor, and then I've just created a new icon, which I call Advent, and there's the properties for it. So you can drag an icon into it, and then you just set your command. So I've got user being Python 3, and then the program's called home pi documents advent.py. So it's a bit like a shortcut in Windows, but it actually works really well.
Yeah.
That's fairly quite new, really, because I think before you put a special file in the folder called desktop, and it was all a bit complicated, but that works really well. I'll be around the rest of the day. If you want my Minecraft work, resources, link to it, or say hi, or whatever, that'd be really great. So, thank you.